Hi Taylor, it's great to talk to you. We watched the film the other night. Got to say, this hotel that you found, it is the creepiest location we've ever seen. How did you first become aware of it?
Yeah, so it is definitely a creepy location. We were basically vacationing with me and Will Meldman, the producer, one of the producers. We were in Hawaii, and we came across this location, and we had access to it. And I said, if we have access, let's go take a tour. Let's go check it out. This is incredible. So we walked through it, and the people who were giving us a tour through it, it's not like it was like a private tour, so it wasn't like a real thing. Like we basically created, like, can we go on a tour type thing, right? And so we were just walking around through it, and I started asking them about it. I'm like, gosh, this is like the perfect location for a scary or horror movie. And they're like, well, it's funny you asked that because there was actual real crazy stuff that happened here before. And so it's like what, like they would see some of the workers would see like a guy walking around the ballroom late at night, and all these weird things had happened there. So that's what like made it interesting. I was like, this is real.
Yeah.
So
Do you know
yeah, the
what
location.
do you know what the backstory is then to the hotel, to all these things happening, the real life hotel?
So I yeah, so some of I actually have it recorded on my phone. I did some like just quick little like interviews with some of the people that we were with that day. This is like 3 or 4 years ago, but they're telling us some stuff like Hawaiians believe like highly into a lot of these things, like the spirits and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ancient like thing, like I think it's like they call the night marchers, like where they'll see like spirits walking up the Hawaiian mountains at night, and all these interesting stories. But all of that ties into the resort, and that's what made this a lot more scary, because it was like, for me, I'm not really like a big believer in that stuff, but for them to be so convincing, and to tell me that no, this is real, this is like how it is,
Yeah.
it made me feel like, okay, well, like I don't think it's like, I don't think they're lying. I just think that they can see that stuff more so than I can, and it just made it more scary and real for sure.
So that hotel, that resort, it looks like the sort of location where the cast, the crew, could have play kind of sort of jokes on one another, and pranks and scare one another. Is that sort of the sort of thing that happened between takes?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, how can you not? Especially at like 3 or 4 in the morning when someone's getting tired or something. And there's like, you're walking down a long hallway and it's just empty. I mean, yeah, I mean, you go into an empty room and you like wait for the next guy to come by. You jump out or something, but nothing like too crazy, because I don't know. It is, there's definitely like some weird feelings there where it felt like you can't cross the line too far,
Yeah.
because you don't want real stuff to start happening, I guess. I don't know.
So there's a fair bit of makeup effects in this and prosthetics and whatnot. Uh, and I'm wondering how the cast coped, and how yourself coped. I guess it's a little bit out of the norm that you've dealt with before. How did everyone cope with it? Were there any unexpected problems?
You coping with what exactly did you say?
The makeup effects and prosthetics that are involved.
I guess everyone, yeah, I mean, I guess everyone was totally fine and great. I mean, it worked out quite well. I think I don't think there was any issues with any of that stuff, so yeah.
So Michelle and Bianca, they both look great in the film. Um, but Michael Blamis, who plays Sam, it doesn't look like he needed much excuse to get his arse out in the film.
To get his ass out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he wanted, what do you mean, he wanted to be there or not be in
No,
it?
no. I mean, what I mean is because he shows his backside quite a lot in this film.
Literally his ass, get his
Yeah,
ass in there. Okay. you know those are just like things, young fun people would do, you know, like let's go swim naked in the lake or the pond, you know, things like that. He's more of the wild guy, and you know, it fit his real life personality perfectly. So I mean, he's so funny and so good at acting. It's like just came off so real. I mean, you could that he's talented. Yeah, he's super good.
So, what did you find was the most difficult part physically to film of the production?
Physically, the long hours for sure. Um, and our schedule was so tight because we only had like, I forget how many days exactly, but it was not, we would sometimes only film one scene and we would have no time to do a second take. So it's a lot of these scenes are just like bam, bam, bam. We don't have time to go do retakes. Yep. So that was, the schedule was physically the hardest for sure.
So with this now under your belt, what can we look forward to from you next?
Not another scary movie, that's for sure.
Oh, right. Why is that?
I don't, it's too scary to write them and to be a part of it.
Right. Okay.
I want to make happy, fun movies.
It's not often that you hear horror movie directors say they don't want to do horror movies.
Yeah, I want to do fun, like happy, fun, and action, adventurous things like that. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, well, great. Thank you very much for your time, Taylor. It's much appreciated. Thank you.
Well, yeah, likewise, Simon. Thanks.